What's happening, everybody? It is your boy MetsFan40. Welcome back to another video. Today we have All-Star Game roster comparison. Today I'm going to be showing you guys the All-Star Game roster that was picked. It'll be pretty obvious because you'll see all these All-Stars. Then I'm going to show you my opinion on what the All-Star roster should really be. I've got a few changes in there. I do think there are a lot of positions that there were a little BS in there that I think a lot of people deserved it over others. That's mainly just in a few spots. You'll see my changes, but I'm going to go over the first. I'm going to go over it first. As you can see, I've got the Blue Jays for the AL, and then I've also got the Mets for the NL. So starting pitchers, they should be 8. Wait, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 3. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. You had 8 starters and 3 relievers. So Chris Sale, he's having an amazing season for the Red Sox, as you can see on the left diamond card. He's been killing it this season. Then you've got Corey Kluber right there. He's having a nice season as well. Yu Darvish, Dallas Keuchel, Lance McCullers, Luis Severino. I don't know if I agree with this. Michael Fulmer. I agree with Michael Fulmer, and I agree with Jason Vargas. Then relievers, Andrew Miller, Dellin Betances, and Craig Kimbrell. Guys who are having great seasons, except for Dellin Betances, who does not deserve to be in the All-Star game at all. You will see who I replace him with. Sorry for that voice crack. That wasn't really a voice crack. Kind of lost my voice last night in the Mets game when they came back and tied it in the top of the 9th. So my voice is a little shot this morning. So catchers for the AL team, Salvador Perez and Gary Sanchez. Sanchez making his first ever All-Star game appearance. I don't think he deserves it from this year, but he does definitely deserve it from last year, in my opinion. So I think it kind of fits that he's in. Salvador Perez as well. He's just the best catcher in the AL anyway. First base, you've got Yonder Alonso and Justin Smoke. I couldn't agree more with both of these guys. Smoke is leading the Blue Jays in almost every category hitting-wise. And then Yonder Alonso is just like, he's having a killer season this year. I think these two guys definitely deserve it, and I'm glad that these two are the only 2 first basemen. For the first time ever, we are not seeing like amazing players at first. And you know what I also realized is that, whoa, who is this guy? Okay, what I also realized for the first time in a while is that Miguel Cabrera is not in the All-Star game. I did not realize that until just now. But these two guys definitely deserve it. I'm glad they're in. Jose Altuve, Starlin Castro, and Jonathan Scope for second base. I'd say they do all deserve it, yes. The 3 of them have been having quite a strong season here. But Altuve, Castro, Scope, definitely very deserving for Altuve. But Castro's hurt, so he can't be in. I also, in my roster, I'm pretty sure I made replacements for all the people who are hurt. So, yeah. Then you go to third base, Jose Ramirez, Miguel Sano. Couldn't agree any more with these two guys. Both of them definitely deserve to be in the All-Star game. They're both having killer seasons, so good luck to both of them. And Sano in the home run derby, clearly with all that power, he deserves it. Then you go over to shortstop. You have Francisco Lindor and Carlos Correa, 2 very deserving guys. I think these are the shortstops of the future for the AL. These are the future Derek Jeters. Trust me, they're going to be better than Derek Jeter. Then you go to left field. You've got Michael Brantley and Corey Dickerson, 2 guys who are very, very strong hitters in all fronts. Brantley, not much of a power hitter, but Dickerson has a lot of power. Brantley, however, just more of a contact guy, but Brantley making it into the All-Star game after being out for a season it's a very good comeback story. Then center field, Mike Trout and George Springer. Trout is not going to be able to participate in this year's All-Star game, sadly for him. So I do think I have to make that. No, I did make that change. Okay, I made that change with the guy who I actually do think deserved to be in anyway. So, Mike Trout, George Springer, 2 guys who are having nice seasons. Trout hurt, though. And then right field, you got 4 right fielders in Mookie Betts, Nelson Cruz, Aaron Judge, and Avisail Garcia. I have to agree with all of these. These all are good picks right here. So let's go over to the NL side over here real quick. These are the all-star rosters for the NL. They have quite evenly put out. They've got 5 and 5, 5 starters. Actually, wait, yeah, 5 starters and 5 relievers. So it worked out for them, even though they're supposed to have 12. I don't know. I'm confused. Whatever. So Clayton Kershaw, Max Scherzer, Steven Strasburg, Zach Greinke, Carlos Martinez. All guys who are having nice seasons. Strasburg, the only one who I disagree with that I don't think deserves to be on this roster. And then relief pitchers, you got Pat Neshek, then Corey Knebel. I agree more with Corey Knebel, but Pat Neshek I don't think deserves to be in it at all. And then you got Kenley Jansen, Wade Davis, and Greg Holland, all guys who are having very solid seasons. Then move over to the catcher position. You got Buster Posey, who, as usual, is the best catcher in baseball. Yadier Molina, who he's just a veteran. That's the only reason why he made it in. He doesn't deserve to be in at all, in my opinion, and I think a lot of people can agree with that. And then you've got Paul Goldschmidt, Joey Votto, and Ryan Zimmerman at first base. Very good hitters right here. You've got some amazing hitters. I think it's going to be one strong all-star game for the first baseman on the NL side. Then second base, you got Daniel Murphy, Josh Harrison, and DJ LeMahieu. This team is more infield-based. They don't have as many outfielders. But LeMahieu there. And then you've got Nolan Arenado and Jake Lamb, 2 guys. Lamb, I could have sworn was in it last year, but I remember he was in the final vote, so I guess, no, he didn't make it in. Marte did. That's right, I remember that. Actually, wait, did Marte? I don't remember. Don't ask me, because I can't remember these things. But Arenado definitely deserves it, and Lamb, I really don't know how his season's going. And then you've got Corey Seager and Zach Cozart. Zach Cozart, the absolute biggest upset I've seen out of this entire thing is that he is starting over Corey Seager. So let's make that the case instead, because he is the starter, not Corey Seager, which I think is pretty cool. In left field, you've got 3 guys, Marcell Ozuna, Michael Conforto, and Cody Bellinger. Very happy that Mr. Conforto made it in. He definitely deserved it based on the season he's having. Cody Bellinger's just lighting up the world. And Marcell Ozuna, I'm very happy he made it in as well. He definitely deserves it. Then you've got center field, you've got Charlie Blackmon. Excuse me. You got Charlie Blackmon and Ender Inciarte. 2 guys that are very good contact and speed guys. But Blackmon does still have a bit of power. Ender Inciarte, I looked at it, and I don't remember if I left him in there. We'll see. I don't think I did. And then right field, you've got Bryce Harper and Giancarlo Stanton, some very powerful guys in right field. So based on the way it's set up now, I'm thinking the NL definitely has the advantage for the first time in a while, because the NL normally does not have the advantage in these all-star games. So that I definitely think will be interesting. Got to fix that because I switched Cozart. So now let's load in my opinion, what the all-star game rosters should be. So you got roster control. Let's go to the Blue Jays. Manage rosters. So you will see pretty much right off the bat, my starting pitchers, I pretty much have all starters in this bullpen. I've got 2 bullpen people. So I've got Chris Sale, Corey Kluber, Yu Darvish. First change right here, Carlos Carrasco. I gave it to him because I think he definitely deserves it. He's been having a stellar season so far. Very happy. Very disappointed he didn't make it in. Same with Jose Quintana and Chris Archer. And, actually, I don't remember. Did Lance McCullers make it in? I don't know. These 3 guys right here, though, definitely deserve it. Carrasco, Quintana, and Archer, all very deserving. I believe McCullers did make it, yeah. Okay, so McCullers did make it, I think. Hold on, let me make sure there's no one else down here. Okay, no, there's not. But, McCullers I don't know. If he didn't make it, then he deserves it too. But Carrasco, Quintana, and Archer, all guys who did not make it in, but definitely deserve it more than quite a few people. Luis Severino doesn't deserve it. Carrasco and Quintana both deserve spots over him. Then you've got Andrew Miller and Craig Kimbrell. I took out Betances because Betances doesn't deserve it whatsoever. He's 3-3 with a 3.3 ERA, and he's not even in like the top 40 in strikeouts. He doesn't deserve this spot at all. But Miller and Kimbrell both definitely deserve it. Now, I am also representing one player from each team here. Catchers, I've got Salvador Perez. I know I only have one catcher. It's not a perfect roster, but these are just who I believe should be the All-Stars. Then I've got Yonder Alonso, Trey Mancini, and Logan Morrison, and Justin Smoke at first base over there. 4 really good first basemen that I believe deserved it over some other people. But I did give I did give Alonso and Smoke their all-star spots. Hold on, let me just move you up to AAA. But these guys all definitely deserve it over a lot of other people. So it's a good interesting point of view from me. Then Jose Altuve and Robinson Cano, these are 2 guys. Cano did not make it into the All-Star game this year, which is really disappointing because he definitely deserves it. He's having a good season. He's having as good a season as Nelson Cruz is, but Jose Altuve definitely deserves it. Then Jose Ramirez and Miguel Sano, that's the same. Carlos Correa and Elvis Andrus, a little bit of a change there. I didn't put Lindor in because he wasn't showing up anywhere on any of the statistics. He wasn't having the greatest of seasons, so I gave it to Andrews because as the best Ranger, he is having one killer season this year. So I think he deserves it. Left field, Chris Davis is having another amazing season for the Athletics. I think he definitely deserves it, and so does Corey Dickerson. And so does Cameron Maybin. I gave it to Cameron Maybin wow, look at that face that he is making. Okay, Cameron Maybin, though, definitely deserves it to replace Mike Trout. He's having one killer season this season. If you don't know, check out his stats because he's having one amazing season. Center field, I got George Springer. That's where Cameron Maybin will probably play. And then in right field, I've got quite a few right fielders. I got 5 of them. I've got Mookie Betts, Nelson Cruz, Aaron Judge, Avisail Garcia, and Ben Gamel. Gamel, the only one I added in here because he is having one. He's having a great season. He's batting about 330. He's batting 337. Let me just see. Yeah, I think he might get Rookie of the Year this year. I think he had one killer season. I think you guys would be surprised if you look at his stats. I think he deserves it. So that was the AL. Now let's get on to the NL really quickly. You're going to see I have a lot of changes with the NL here. So right off the bat, Clayton Kershaw, Max Scherzer, Jacob deGrom right off the bat. There's one change that I've already made. deGrom deserves this All-Star game. He's having a killer. This last month, he's been one of the most lights-out pitchers you will ever see. Anyone who faces Jacob deGrom is not going to be able to get more than 2 runs. It's just plain and simple. They're not even going to be able to get more than 1. But Terry Collins, to make a great point, is that they probably did make this voting before deGrom had his hot streak, so that's why deGrom, I believe, did not make it into the All-Star game. Then, you move on to Zach Greinke, Carlos Martinez, and Gio Gonzalez, a guy who deserves it. He deserves it over Steven Strasburg. Strasburg made it in. I believe Gio deserved it more than Strasburg did, because Gio's having such a killer season. I know he's a National, and I'm a Met fan, but I think he definitely deserves it. And then Robbie Ray, who's also having a great season, he was already on that roster. So here, 2 guys as relief pitchers, and I've also got 2 closers, or 3 now. I got 2 closers, so I've got Jerry Blevins and Alex Wood. Alex Wood right now is 9-0 this season with about a 2-point-something ERA. He's having a killer season. He definitely deserves to be in. He'll probably take Kershaw's spot if Kershaw can't do it. But I don't know if they'll do that, but I think they should. And then Jerry Blevins, I think, definitely deserved it. He's been very rough as of late, but if with the DeGrom situation they were going based off of like the last month ago they did the voting, then Blevins definitely deserved to be in this, and I don't understand why he did not make it into the All-Star game. I don't think it makes any sense whatsoever, but you never know. It's all right. He didn't make it. Mets have Conforto still. It's okay. So then you got Kenley Jansen and Wade Davis, both guys who did make it in. By the way, with Blevins, you're also going to see that I have 2 more Mets, and I think that also kind of ties in because I'm a little biased, but I do think they deserve it based on the seasons they're having. Then catchers, you got Buster Posey and Tyler Flowers. Tyler Flowers definitely deserves this much more than Yadier Molina is. He's having such an amazing season, but he didn't make it in. So, too bad for him. I'm really sorry that he didn't make it in. He definitely deserves it much more than Yadier Molina does. And at first base, Paul Goldschmidt, Joey Votto, and Eric Thames, for some reason, didn't make it into the All-Star game, which I think baffles me because he's having a killer season at first. And then you've got at second base Daniel Murphy, third base Nolan Arenado and Justin Turner, and then at shortstop you've got Corey Seager and Zach Kozar. Now, just to brief you real quick, brace yourself because I have a lot of outfielders. Pretty much all of my people come in the outfield, so you'll see. Left field, I got Marcell Ozuna. Matt Kemp definitely deserved it so much more than Ender Inciarte, and then Michael Conforto and Cody Bellinger, both guys who are and were already in the All-Star game, so they definitely deserved it. Center field, you got Charlie Blackmon, and then in right field, this is when all the outfielders come in. You got Bryce Harper, Giancarlo Stanton, Andrew McCutchen, Jay Bruce, Aaron Altair, and Hunter Renfroe. So I put Aaron Altair in there because he's having a killer season. He's the best Philly. No, he's not having a killer season. He's having a pretty bad season. But he's the best Philly in the entire team. And he, out of the Phillies, because you need one person, I gave it to him over Pat Neshek. And then this way, DeGrom managed to get into the All-Star game. McCutchen, I believe, is having the best Pirates season over Josh Harrison, who did make it in. And Bruce, I think, deserved it over just over some other people. I think Bruce, looking at his stats, putting him next to Conforto is having a little bit of a better season, but Bruce has been around the entire season. So I think Bruce might deserve it a little more. But Conforto says that he will be ready for the All-Star game. So that means that he will be playing in it. I hope he'll play in it. That's all I can hope for. And then Hunter Renfroe I gave as the Padre because Brad Hand was the Padre in the NL. Brad Hand was the NL Padre. Is the NL Padre for the actual All-Star game. But, yeah, so that'll pretty much wrap it up. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you drop a like. If you disagree with any of my choices that I made or agree with them, make sure you let me know down below. It's always greatly appreciated, and I will see you all next time.